What's up, YouTube, and welcome to Pimpage Pick Ups episode number 16. The last time I left you guys off was right before Grand Prix Washington DC, which was going to be like in early March. And now it's approaching late April, so I certainly have plenty of cards to showcase and the pickups that I got while I was at that Grand Prix in DC. So starting off, let's go over some of the foils that don't really have a home, but I certainly am happy to just have them on hand. So first off is Sire of Insanity. Next up is a Swansong. I've got a Seagate Wreckage. This is has cube and EDH potential. I just haven't put it in anything yet. And same goes for the next one, which is a Mirror Pool. But I definitely like both of these lands. Next up is Nykthos, Shrine to Nyx. Now this one I am trying to think about putting into cube, but I don't know if it's good enough. It certainly is nice for the green decks, but I don't really have like the blue Devotion or the black Devotion really. Red, you're just usually not going to play this. And white it's fine for right now. But if I ever decide to incorporate like the blue and the black Devotion, this gets really nice. But it is a pretty sweet land for EDH. So who knows, but I'm happy to have Nykthos. Next up is Alchemist Refuge. I'm going to try this out in Animar. Seems pretty sweet since it's a pretty creature-heavy EDH deck, so I like that. Especially with all the ETB stuff going on. And got this Yavimaya Hollow. Kind of decided to buy this. I had to go to the dentist, and I was just feeling like blah, you know, I had to get like 3 fillings done or whatever, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get this for my EDH deck, and boom, there you have it. Alright, moving right along into the actual cube pickups. I got this beta Red Elemental Blast. It's seen some play, you know, it's got some white and stuff, but it was only $6, so pretty happy to get a beta REB. I got a foil Storm Chaser Mage. These guys are pretty good. I've seen the price all over the place. This was only $4 off TCG Player. You know, at its peak point, I think it was up to like 20. It certainly has fallen since then, but happy to have Storm Chaser Mage. Next up, Drana, Liberator of Malakir. I guess I was fortunate in my timing before, you know, the Shadows over Innistrad started coming out, because I only paid $9 for this foil. So pretty good to get Drana. I do like it. And here is Old School Diabolic Edict, the Arena promo. Yeah, this thing is typically like the retail price, usually around like the $20 to $25 mark. And I saw this one on eBay, and it had a best offer. So I was like, all right, I'll submit an offer. And I said $12 free shipping, and they accepted. So $12 Diabolic Edict. I was pretty happy to get that. Next up, Life from the Loam. Didn't have a foil one, and you know, I kind of had been putting it off. It's typically not a card that I personally like, but I know plenty of people do enjoy it in cube. And I think like it was down to 20, and then it's kind of been slowly creeping up. And then when that Gitrog monster got spoiled, I was like, oh, I better just pull the trigger, buy this Life from the Loam before somebody, you know, potentially breaks it, you know, in Modern or does something stupid, and then all of a sudden Life from the Loam is now like a $50 or $60 foil. I didn't want that to happen. So anyways, got this from Channel Fireball for $30. It was SP. So pretty happy with that. Next up, Through the Breach. It's just a nice broken combo card. You know, there's a lot of dumb fatties, Emrakul and, you know, Kozilek floating around in my cube, so why not have one more way to cheat them in and get that Annihilation trigger and stuff. Yeah. So, got the Through the Breach. Pretty sweet. That was also from Channel Fireball. This was SP for like 60, I think. And then, of course, I got the 5% off. Next up, Ancient Tomb. This was off eBay, $65 flat, free shipping. So pretty happy to get that. So I have now upgraded the 2 expeditions that I wanted, the Strip Mine and the Ancient Tomb, and that's all. Definitely happy with both of these. Love the artwork on Ancient Tomb. Just a really, really beautiful card. And here we go, Wheel of Fortune. Man, so since Eternal Masters was spoiled. A lot of reserve list cards started spiking, and even like Wheel of Fortune kind of started going up. You know, even those revised version and whatnot. I was seeing some of those prices go up. I was fortunate enough to win this in an auction on eBay for $98, and very happy. I know Star City raised their price on this card. It used to always be like $120, now it's at $150. I checked every single vendor while I was at Grand Prix Washington DC, and not a single one of them had this card. So very happy that I, you know, won the auction at a price point that, you know, I had been seeing for, you know, years past. I just never had bought the card. But the card's sweet. Definitely a good one for Storm, which is an archetype I'm putting into my cube. And just, you know, a really fun red card in general. So there is that. Second to last card now is Time Vault. This is probably one of the most broken cards in Cube, if people decide to play it in Cube. This is one I was typically avoiding, but I got this from Grand Prix Washington DC. It's the same guy that actually sold me the Black Lotus in when I went to Grand Prix Pittsburgh. He also sold me these next two cards, and he made me a good deal on this Time Vault, $325. Near mint front, moderately played back. It's really good looking, but I just couldn't pass up, you know, being there, and I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and get it, because my cube's all about the busted stuff. And so we'll throw in some enablers like Tezzeret, Voltaic Key, and if you happen to get that combo, yeah, you're probably first picking Time Vault and winning games. But yeah, I'll kind of like switch it in and out, because it is one of those cards that gets really degenerate. If you're constantly like playing against it and losing, you get pretty pissed off. So there you go, Time Vault. And last but not least, ba-boom! I got that Mach Pearl. Finally now, all the Moxes. And of course I got, you know, the other ones except for Time Twister. That's the only one I have left. But this was Mach Pearl, like I said. Same guy that sold me the Black Lotus. This was the cheapest Mach Pearl at Grand Prix Washington DC, listed for $635. I traded off some revised dual lands, I think like 1 Underground Sea, 3 Plateaus, 2 Taigas, and then some cash. But yeah, really happy to have the Mach Pearl. The front actually looks pretty good. There is a little bit of whitening along the border and stuff, and the here is the back. The back looks pretty decent. Certainly got whitening around the edges, but that doesn't bother me at all. Just because front very clean looking, no bends or, you know, creases or damage to the card. But there it is, Mach Pearl. Met my goal. This was my goal, to get this card at Grand Prix DC. Was successful, and now I have all the Moxes, and it is beautiful looking at all that Power 9 in my cube. I can't believe the goal is almost complete. I never really would have imagined the day, but what has it been, like a year now or so, and we're almost done. So I'll certainly be looking to showcase the cube and break it down, and do like a in-depth kind of tech on all the stuff, all the cards that I've chosen for you guys. But that was Pimpage Pickups, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will catch you all later.